Did a tornado hit the ground? That's what ABC7 is trying to learn tonight. This is what our models showed this evening as a tornado warning was issued.
And I-10 is still a mess tonight. If you're heading out the door, you need to hear what we are following right now. Doppler.
We are still tracking severe weather up towards the north. Look at this storm. It hit Las Cruces very hard. We had quarter-size hail, even half-dollar size hail with this particular thunderstorm. Look where it is right now. Heading towards you folks in White Sands, right along Highway 70, and it's going to be packing a punch. Gusty winds, maybe some large hail, and very heavy rain. We'll talk more about it coming up.
Live, where news comes first, from the Mesilla Valley and Las Cruces to El Paso and the borderland. This is ABC7 at 10.
We issued that first alert Monday morning to give you days in advance that the possibility for some severe weather. We talked about it all throughout the week, that we could see some large hail, some damaging winds. That's exactly what we've been seeing today. This is the storm ongoing. It is away from you folks in the Las Cruces area now, but look at it heading towards White Sands and Highway 70. Now, if we go ahead and take another look at this particular storm, we could see, again, some large hail with this storm. We're talking about maybe golf ball size hail, quarter size hail with this storm, but it continues to make its way towards Highway 70. There's our latest image there, and again, you can see some of the purples. This could really be the hail core, and we can't rule out a little rotation, though. We got a little hook echo developing right here, a little comma shape, so we may be seeing some rotation with this storm, but it's going to be hard to see. Of course, it's dark, and this cell is rain wrapped. This is a HP supercell, so you can't even see inside it, but we'll take a look at the other storms across the area. Have your forecast coming up.
Okay. We'll stay with you throughout the evening, Doppler, obviously, and keep checking in. Good evening, everyone. I'm Rick Cabrera.
And I'm Estela Casas. Good evening. A lot of developments going on right now on I-10. Let's get straight to your traffic track coverage right now. Storm tracker Iris Lopez has your coverage in our Studio B.
That's right, Estella. We have a lot going on because of those storms that we saw. I'm going to take you to our traffic flow map. You can see for the most part we do have green, but I want us to zoom in a little bit closer to the area that is closed off. This is westbound, right between Porfirio Diaz and West Yandell Drive. That area is closed off, so you cannot make it there. If we zoom out a little closer, we did have some backup. 20 miles per hour, but it looks like things are clearing on that side of town. But another major area we're looking at right now, 3 miles per hour. If we zoom in a little bit closer, you can see that is between Piedra Street all the way up until North Stanton, that area, 3 miles per hour. That is, of course, heading westbound, but a wider view, you can see things are pretty clear. If you need to get another way around all of this, Mesa Street, not doing too bad on that side, and we also have Montana as well. So we will continue to keep you updated on when that area is going to not be closed anymore. Let's take a look right now. TechStock camera, so you can see I-10 in brown. Look at that. Stop and go. Actually, doesn't even look like stop and go traffic. It looks like those cars aren't moving much, so keep in mind you're going to have to deal with that delay. Just don't go on the freeway into those areas. Try to find alternate routes. I-10 in Porfirio Diaz, you can see the closure in that area. So there, we're going to wait to see when they're going to clear that area up. So we'll keep you updated and let you know more details. You can also go to KVIA.com or download the ABC7 Storm Track Weather app. You can stay up to date on weather and traffic as well. Rick, Estella.
Okay. Iris, thank you for bringing us the latest. Good to see a lot of green out there, but there are some trouble spots. Now, this was a scene as that hailstorm hit parts of downtown on the west side around 6 today. Take a look, folks. Cars struggling to get through the water and hail shutting down the freeway completely. As you heard Iris say, I-10 west at Porfirio Diaz still closed night. Looks like a parking lot for the most part.
Yeah, we are back. I'm gonna go check out the car. It's a hailstorm. That, my friend, is all hail.
That, my friend, is all hail. And it wasn't just the west side that got slammed. This is video from one of our viewers in East El Paso. Hail covering the street, making it look like snow. And listen to that, and look at it, too. New video tonight from far northeast El Paso. ABC7 viewer Vince Moore sending us this video of the storm pounding his neighborhood. He lives off Pelicano east of Loop 375. It looks like a snowstorm and sounds like a war zone.
And looks like, yeah, we're in the middle of a snowstorm, exactly. Storms slammed El Paso's central and west side this evening. Strong gusts caused damage, rains, flooded streets as well, and hail pummeled everything in its path.
Storm tracker Jerry Nakara continues our first alert coverage. Jerry.
Ricky, Stella, the storms only lasted a few hours, but it was when the storms were done that we saw the aftermath begin.
The day started off with heavy wind gusts. At Coronado High School, this air conditioning cover toppled over onto a pathway.
You might look at this cover and say, well, it's aluminum. Yeah, it weighs about 50 pounds. And the wind gusts were so strong that it actually ripped the brackets right off.
As the day went on, heavy rains hit El Paso's west side. The freeway started backing up. Frustrated drivers were looking for any route to escape the traffic. Meanwhile, hail slammed the area.
It came down pretty hard.
Abner Robles was at this tire shop when he says the hail worsened.
It started off little, and then it just kept going up to like quarter size.
Down the street at the intersection of Cotton and I-10, fire crews closed off the road after floodwaters rose up to 4 feet. Several cars were stranded. You can see several people pushing cars out of the flood zone. Meanwhile, up above on the freeway, congestion backed up from flooded roads. In downtown, the annual Christmas fair went from this to this after water started coming through the doors. Lourdes Delgado was inside the convention center the whole time.
I didn't know it was raining.
Outside, sheets of hail covered the plaza. And take a look, crews were pumping water out of the Abraham Chavez Theater that was up to 1 inch deep. Until I told her, Delgado had no clue what was happening on the freeway.
How am I going to get home?
And get this, we're looking at another 40% chance of rain tomorrow. Rick, Stella.
Okay, and we had all of our crews all over the borderland tonight.
ABC7's Juan Carlos Navarrete continues our storm track weather coverage.
Hey guys, I'm here on the Santa Fe Bridge that intersects I-10, and if you take a look behind me, you'll see that the westbound lane has become a parking lot. As a matter of fact, they're making those cars down there get off the freeway. The reason for that is hail. Down the road, there's hail everywhere, to the point that it stalled the vehicle with 2 women inside. They were aided by a police officer, so thankfully they're safe. But if you're trying to get to the west side of town, you're going to want to take an alternate route. Reporting from downtown, Juan Carlos Navarrete, ABC7.
Hello everyone, this is Mauricio Casillas here with ABC7. I'm on Lee Trevino right now, just off of I-10, and take a look at some of the flooding we're seeing right now. As you can see, cars going by it. We're not seeing any cars stuck or anything like that, but the weather is pretty severe right now. I've seen a couple of lightning strikes behind me right now. You can see one just went off right now. So again, there's severe weather going on. ABC7 First Alert still in effect right now. We'll have complete updates for you on all the weather going on, not only on our social media accounts on KVIA, but also on our website KVIA.com, and ABC7 at 9 on the CW, and of course ABC7 at 10. Again, Mauricio Casillas live right now in East El Paso where streets are flooded. This is Lee Trevino just before I-10.
And this is video from storm track meteorologist Stephen Decatur from downtown El Paso. Thank you to everyone for sending in your photos and video.
It was a game 50 years in the making, and Las Cruces will have to wait 1 more year. That's because the highly anticipated Las Cruces-Mayfield rivalry game was suspended because of the rain, and the coaches agreed to it, and it will not be rescheduled. About 15,000 fans are ready to take part in the battle, but Mother Nature just wouldn't have it. Rain, hail, and lightning kept people from the field. The game was delayed twice. The stadium evacuated twice until Las Cruces public school officials made the final call.
Definitely historical. The event that wasn't an event, I'm sure will be talked about for many years. Everybody that was here will be able to tell their children and their grandchildren that the 50th meeting did not take place, but it was still historical because we've never had a rain delay. We've never had a game